Hey everyone, welcome to the Entrepreneur Motivation Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Bello. On today's episode, I want to share some new affirmations and a visualization exercise. I am listening to the book Psycho-Cybernetics for the second time, literally within 1 or 2 weeks. I listened to it all the way through, and then I want to make sure I listen to it again because sometimes you catch different things the second time around and you kind of remember parts of it from the first time. So you pay a little more attention in different ways, and sometimes you catch new nuggets. But in any case, one exercise I really loved from there is instead of one thing that the author says, Maxwell Maltz, he says, instead of having a nostalgia for the past, like remembering, wow, that was the best vacation, you remember the feeling, like the sound of the waves, the smell of the food, the pool vibes, or the sunset that you saw on your vacation. Remember that nostalgia and that good feeling. Like you can probably think of a really good time in your life when you were super happy and everything was amazing. Well, this was the trick that he said, is to have a nostalgia for the future. Have those same feelings and cultivate that thought in your mind and have that nostalgic feeling for the future. So this was kind of a cool thing that like no one would really do, right? People probably are working towards a goal. They're like, once I get here, I'll be happy. Once I hit this number, I'll be happy. And then they hit that number and they realize like, that I'm not happy. Like, what the hell? I did all this work and I busted my butt for so long to get to this level just to realize that I want more and I'm still not satisfied necessarily. And so be satisfied with where you are, but hungry to get to the next level. And at the same time, just have that nostalgic feeling in your mind. Do a visualization exercise and picture the perfect scenario happening. Like, how does it feel waving to the crowd, shaking people's hands, giving that speech after you win some award or whatever it is. I just got lunch with a friend the other day and stuff's starting to open back up at, minimum capacity here in Texas or whatever. And so I caught up with a friend and we're just like, hey, like, how's everything going? And just talking about what we think about everything going on in the world and just, keeping it down because we don't want to offend people, but we're just very, you can't say anything without people getting pissed at you. Like, I've tried to post the black square. Some people get mad. Some people get mad if you don't post the square. And I'm not going to really go into a whole lot of details in it on this episode. I know people want to know what I think. I mean, I'm still kind of listening to other people's thoughts to see what arguments make the most sense to me, but all that is besides the point. Anyway, I was getting lunch with my friend and he was talking about one successful person who's like a mentor to him, and he does medical sales. He also does real estate on the side, but he does medical sales for his full-time job. And he said his mentor basically was not doing so great, was kind of down on his luck. And this was a few years ago or whatever, was not doing so well in sales, just was not having a great time and couldn't land any clients, couldn't close deals. And then within a year, everything changed and he went to being like a top producer, being like top 3 in sales in the nation or in his division or whatever. I don't know the exact details, but he turned everything around. And within a year, he's freaking killing it, winning awards, all that stuff. And my friend asked him, what was the thing that you did different for you to achieve that result? And that guy mentioned that he started taking like 45-minute showers with the vibrational tones. I forget the name of it. It's like the positive tones, music. And he was literally envisioning every day in the shower, he would envision the outcome that he wants. He would envision it happening, him winning that award, him being there, hitting those sales numbers. And my friend Connor told me he was literally like looking at this guy saying, come on, like, no way. And that guy said, seriously, that is the thing that I did different. And apparently when he started to envision the ideal outcome happening, his phone started to ring, opportunities started to come his way. He was attracting opportunities. And this totally ties in with law of attraction and all that type of thinking. And when he told me this, I told him about that recommendation. I was like, dude, you need to check out Psycho-Cybernetics. You're going to love it, because that is exactly what one of the recommendations is to have that nostalgic feeling for a future event. And you have to basically play the picture in your mind of that successful day. So I want to share, I took some notes and I'm going to read this into my podcast software and create an MP3 track for myself so that I can listen to this every morning. Because I listen to positive affirmations, but at the same time, I kind of cycle through random ones. and some I like, some I don't like. And I just want to make my own perfect one, listen to it every day so it can be part of this ritual. But here are some of the personal affirmations that I'm going to be having for myself. And I've got different categories: real estate, podcasting, fitness, financial freedom, relationships, friends, and family. So here are a few from real estate that I want to read and then listen to every morning. I am a top producing real estate agent. Clients beg for the opportunity to work with me. I receive a constant and abundant flow of qualified, motivated leads. I know my numbers and my scripts by heart. And I have a couple more. And then podcasting. I have a top 10 business and mindset podcast. All of my podcast listeners are loyal fans that want to support me. I get 100,000 monthly downloads like clockwork. Sponsors are competing with each other for spots on my episodes. There's a couple more there too. I'm just going to read a couple of these from each category. Fitness. I'm in the best shape of my life. My physique is enviable, but I'm also functionally fit. I consistently exercise and push myself past my comfort zone. Financial freedom. I make more money than I know what to do with. My passive income covers all my necessities and more. Using the Profit First system, which is another book that I read, enables me to have peace of mind. I am a multimillionaire. My family never has to suffer or go hungry. Relationship. My relationship grows stronger every single day. My girlfriend and I are a team and have each other's backs. We are a power couple and others envy us. We stay fit, we are financially free, and we conquer every goal that we set. And then our sex and intimacy is always amazing, TMI, but I've got to speak it into existence. It is what it is, people. And then friends and family. I spend time with my family frequently. My family is safe, healthy, and happy. My friendships are true and genuine, and all my relationships truly bring joy to my life. And I'm going to be reading that, recording it, editing it, or not editing it, putting some music or something cool to it and listening to it every morning, and literally starting my day off with that energy and just crushing my day, because I'm going to be thinking about that ideal state. And while I have a lot of those things and I'm working on getting better at a lot of those things, I want to be at my peak state. And then for the visualization exercise, this kind of ties into that Maxwell Maltz psycho-cybernetics thing of envisioning my perfect future. And this is kind of the story that I'm painting for myself. And I'm just going to go ahead and read it all. It's not necessarily all done yet. I kind of did it in a go when I was motivated. Last edit Google Docs is telling me was 8 days ago. So I need to hurry up and finish acting on this. I kind of go on rabbit trails, when I have an idea, I go down the rabbit hole, but I need to actually follow this, breadcrumb trail that I laid for myself and finish this out. But this is my visualization for myself, and this may not apply to you exactly. You may have a different one, but I just want to give you an idea so that you can maybe type something like this for yourself, record it, and listen to it. So just close your eyes and imagine this and just pretend you're in my shoes, so maybe this has more impact. But this is what I'm going to do. Close your eyes now if you're not driving, if you're at home, and if you can. If you're on the treadmill, I guess walk instead of run. But listen to this. So imagine you are a top producing real estate agent and investor. You own multiple cash flowing properties that continue to appreciate every single year in value. Your team handles all the work for you, and the business has become relatively passive, allowing you to focus on your productivity coaching business. Your podcast has over 100,000 monthly downloads, and influencers constantly reach out for a chance to be interviewed on your show. The platform you've created opens all sorts of doors. You're able to rub elbows with millionaires and celebrities, getting invited to parties and flown on private jets, all paid for. In fact, you're being offered sweet deals similar to Joe Rogan's recent deal with Spotify, where you're basically set for life. You get to focus on what you want to do. Anything else you simply outsource or delegate. You pay for the house to be cleaned and for every meal to be meal prepped. No more dishes, no more cleaning, no chores at all. You focus on having fun, getting your work done, and traveling. 90% of your working time is spent on creating new content for your audience, and the other 10% is spent on coaching your high-ticket clients. You live in your dream home, one of many, and have multiple fun cars to choose from. You're not materialistic, but why not have a few toys if you can afford it? You close every deal you come in contact with, and everyone wants to work with you. The opportunities are endless. You manifest every belief you ever have. Your dreams become reality. You have power. That's where I ended it. I guess I ran off to do something else, but hopefully you can, open your eyes now if you closed them. if you're in real estate and you have a podcast, you're super pumped because like that spoke to you. But if not, you may want to tweak that a little bit and just make your own, right? That gives me goosebumps. And when I'm listening to that with my eyes closed in the morning, I know it's going to give me goosebumps when I'm just thinking of like, wow, having this dream business where it's relatively passive and I delegate a lot of things. I make my transaction coordinator run comps for me and set up the photographer and get the photos, where I just talk to the clients and I build the rapport and have the relationship, get them to sign the agreement. And then all these other little moving pieces that I hate to do that I'm doing now, I'm going to have all that delegated out. Even cooking, cleaning, all these things, meal prepping that I've been doing, I'd prefer to just have my meals already done. I've been looking into it. I did the math. I think for 3 meals a day for the whole year, it would be like $10,000 with one vendor that I was looking at. So I'm thinking about going that route potentially, especially after I close a couple more deals, because the thinking in my mind is, hey, sure, it might sound crazy, like 10 grand a year. Holy crap. Like that's not worth it. It's so much cheaper to do it at home. But the hours I spend on cooking, cleaning, meal prepping, all that stuff, what if I took that time and I put it into real estate and I just made an extra 50 or 60 grand a year? You know, at that point, what I'm earning outweighs the expense because I consider it more of an investment. And so those are the kinds of conversations and the things going on in my mind. And I'm picturing that perfect life for myself because ultimately you want to live a life that you love. So I'm trying to build that life and build my business around a life that I love. So I'm able to love what I do every single day, and everything that I hate to do, I just pay other people to do. There's a lot of stuff you may not like to do that has to get done. Delegate it, outsource it. The stuff that you like to do that has to get done, you get to do it. That is where I want to be. And so I invite you to do that similar exercise for yourself and write some affirmations, your perfect day, visualize that perfect thing happening for you, and let me know how it goes. Let me know, what you like about this episode, what you didn't like about it. And then if you check out Psycho Cybernetics, I'll make sure to put the link in the show notes. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. And I'm listening to it again on Audible. I'm almost done going through it for the second time. But if you like to read it as well, go ahead and get the book. So with that being said, hope you had a great day. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I look forward to talking to you on the next episode of the Entrepreneur Motivation Podcast. And I will talk to you later. Thanks and talk soon.